Well, I don't know about you boys, but I'm pretty beat.
Well, it's too damn bad you never found that Bob character. Seems a shame you never had to pay.
Well, funny thing about that, I did have one more chance at him.
A Wild Bunch. Back to episode 7, joder.
6
No
months
para.
ago, I heard that Butch and Sundance were back in the States and had gathered up some of their old gang. I tracked them down, hoping that Roscoe Bob Bryant had returned with them.
So you're saying they didn't die down in Bolivia?
That's what I'm saying.
Bolívia. Joder. Van a avall, collons. No se'n van a Xile o així, van a Bolívia. La muerte del malo.
For 40 years I had waited to get my hands on the last of my brother's
Oh, que
killers.
guai la pistola. Però no doblada.
Not even an army of demons could have stopped me now.
A 1910, Ara estava pensant perquè havia l'estat de la llibertat i dic, hosti, sí que no sé que el 1850 o així, és el 1910 ja.
Both Johnny Ringo and Jim Reed fell fairly quickly. But the last one, Roscoe Bob Bryant, that son of a bitch had managed to escape my vengeance time and time again. I couldn't even be certain I'd recognize him after all those years. By now, he had to be close to 70.
For all you know, he could have been dead.
That thought had indeed crossed my mind, as did others.
No.
For instance, did my thirst for vengeance turn me into something worse than the man I was after? By this point in my storied career, I had killed more men than Bob Bryant ever had. I was furious as hell at that bastard for making me who I am. A man with no family, no friends, no purpose except shooting Bob Bryant dead. Nothing could stop me from taking his life. Been after that killer forever. From the time I rode with Billy the Kid. But that chapter of my story you already know.
Chapter of that fairy tale, you mean?
Suddenly it was 1910. There I was, an old man roaming a ghost town dead almost 2 decades.
Vale. Después que viene aquí una pepita. Oh, la droga. Ya em diran... Algo bo, no? Sí, algo bo. Bingo. Aquí, no. Que no sé, una droga. On he d'anar? Aquí penso. Confusing. Ara. Per aquí, vale. Una pepita cerca. Per aquí, potser? Si no la trobo, passo. Ei, ara. Vale.
The town was falling apart, just like me.
Oh.
But I wasn't about to call it quits.
Sí. Però em sona molt a mi. Amb aquesta casa
The
d'aquí...
ghosts of my dead brothers were begging me to end what I started so long ago.
Mr. Graves, are you all right? Would you like some water?
The wild bunch knew I was there. They were after a treasure they had
Estan
hidden
bé,
before they
estan amb
fled,
bastant.
buried in the grave of a dead amigo. Some folks think the town is haunted, so they figured there wouldn't be many people poking around.
Bons evidents. Sí, on? Val, potser... Aquí darrere. No? Aquí. És que potser amb no nivell, amb les merdes aquestes. Vale, a veure com de ràpid recarrego els revòlvers.
I intended to fill that grave with Bob Bryant's corpse.
Hòstia.
But like I said,
Hola,
the bandits knew I was on to them. They lured me in and hit me with everything they had.
Ja, dispara.
But you obviously prevailed since you sent me your tale, Mr. Dale.
Actually, in that moment, I did not prevail.
So I suppose we're talking to a ghost.
Funny you should put it like that, Jack.
Impossible.
Because when I woke up,
From the dead?
there was silence all around me. I could swear to God I saw Billy then.
Billy who?
Billy, the kid. William Bonney. He was shooting at me from a rooftop. Here, there, and even over there.
So I am right. You are titched in the head.
Mr. Graves, perhaps we should switch you to coffee?
You see that old Indian again, too?
No, but I did see Billy's killer. Patrick Floyd Garrett. He came at me guns ablazing. But I knew that old war horse had died 2 years before.
Se n'està anant moltíssim, eh? Se n'està anant
I
moltíssim
knew
al
that
cap,
old
tio.
war horse had died 2 years before. I wondered if maybe I was dead too and confronting the ghosts of my past. Perhaps all my sins were coming back to haunt me and drag me down to perdition.
On estàs? Que no el veig. Això està acabant, perquè si s'estan anant tant la flapa vol dir que... No. I el niño, Són coses disparen... Ah, és allà. No els veig, Joan, poquíssim. Vale. No els veig. Molt injust.
I saw Henry Plummer throw dynamite at me.
Hòstia, que no... Ho hem de patíssim, no? No els veig. Uah. Diu que fantasma.
In the gates of the cemetery, I saw John Wesley Hart, just like I remembered him.
Molt injust. Oh! M'he fantasmes. Viu. Hòstia, és que surto i em rebenten. Buah. No ho veig, però... Vale. Sopita cerca, on estàs, Sopita? Tites. No. What? Em deixa pujar les escales. Per què? Ets un invàlid, a més d'un fantasma.
Robert Ollinger appeared with his terrible double-barrel shotgun.
No. És que crec que m'animia a tenir una esquadra ara mateix, la veritat. Quan els tinc tan a prop que... No... Em terrible més... Uau. Més d'un. No! Hòstia, li vull dir una cosa a cos, que faig un munt de mala cosa a cos, no me'n recordava. Fa repetir un altre cop. Joder. Oh, que pesats. Hòstia.
In the gates of the cemetery, I saw John Wesley Hart, just like I remembered him.
Hòstia. Joder, doncs... Xunga la cosa. És que no recordo si és tan difícil. Tenen pistoles perquè... No sé quina cadència de foc ara mateix. No em val només amb tiros precisos. És que tampoc era mal l'explosiu ara. Abans amb un sol em matava, ara no. Vale.
Robert Ollinger appeared with his terrible double-barrel shotgun.
Barons.
No ghost army was stopping me.
Sí, bueno.
My father-in-law got hit with a fallen branch. He spent the rest of his life talking to dogs.
Hòstia. Venga. Envoltura.
Newman Hayes Clanton, William Brocious, John Peters Ringo, they all wanted me dead.
Allà. Sí, por el tío, me gusta mucho matar. Ah, ¿dónde están? Hostia. M'ha de ràdio, tio.
The Dalton brothers, Robert and Grattan, guardians of the Garden of the Dead.
No.
George Curry and Harvey Logan, alias Kid Curry, both thirsty for vengeance from the great beyond.
Venga, ràpid. Qui més?
Jesse, Woodson, James, and Jim Reed.
M'està gustant ja. M'està gustant ja al final. No. Joder. És molt difícil, joder. De ràbia.
The Dalton brothers, Robert and Grattan, guardians of the Garden of the Dead.
No estan. Joder. Estan des de llocs diferents. Vale, allà.
George Curry and Harvey Logan, alias Kid Curry, both thirsty for vengeance from the great beyond.
No la veig, no te pots. Cura't. Ui, que un paio. Vinga, les cames, home. Ja estàs viu, cabron?
Jesse, Woodson, James, and Jim Reed. Each one deader than the next.
Deader. Vale, Jim Reed fora. No està el J.J. James. Un pollosets. Hòstia. No us veig, tio. M'agradaran al món. Vale. Està mort encara. On és?
Finally, I saw Harry Alonzo Longabaugh.
Què és aquest pai?
Sundance Kid. Like a general leading his legion of the dead. You told us before that you've seen him alive. He was alive.
Uah. Vols que t'he fet la dinamita? Hòstia. Escopeta, quina merda. Hem anat a una escopeta. Hola! Espera, 40 és un distància. Corre. No tinc el tiro. No tinc la sort. Bueno, al final de la història, una merda. Buah. Rebenta. Corre. Hola, com em toca des d'allà. Hòstia. Pots córrer, tio. Si surts de la història no pots córrer, no? Va, aquí sí. Pots tancar ara mateix. Allà, tio, des d'on em toques? Hòstia. Hola, tia, home. Hola, què dius? Hòstia, que cabron. Oh, quina ràbia. Estaves mortíssim. No, no, no. Encara no ha acabat, no? Sentence Kid. Vale, ja estàs. Vinga, corre. Vinga, corre. Vinga, corre. No. No. És molt injust, joder. Oh.
Finally, I saw Harry Alonzo Longabaugh.
The Sundance Kid?
Like a general leading his legion of the dead.
You told us before that you'd seen him alive.
He was alive.
Llamada, ¿no? Agrada, ¿no? Agrada. Uf. Buah. No, massa a prop. Si estic massa a prop em mata. Ah, quina ràbia. Ho deixo fet una merda sempre. Sort. No. Sí. Estás cabrón. Me mola, vamos.
And I heard a voice
Hostia.
call to me from afar. It was Robert Leroy Parker, a.k.a. Butch Cassidy, coming at me from out of the fog.
Thanks for taking care of that bastard.
Ja està viu, saps? Vinga, ja. Estàs una mierda, Estàs fet una merda.
But the kid wasn't quite deceased. Not yet.
Takes more than one little bullet to kill the likes of me, partner.
Those two looked like they hadn't seen each other for quite a while. Clearly, they were no longer amigos.
Shit. I was hoping I wouldn't have to kill you. You won't have to, Butch. I'm killing you first.
I asked them about Bob Bryant, but they were too busy with their own heated conversation.
Let me get this shit straight. You want my money and the love of my life?
Gorda puta.
Frittered it all away, Butch. Edda's mine. And so is that damn money.
I didn't want to shoot anybody until I had an answer to my question.
But those boys didn't give me much of a choice.
Sí, vamos a ver qué. Te estoy mirando. Ah, molt difícil. Entre que no estava donant atenció al que passava i tot, a veure. Tenen altres els temps. Va, tio! Home, deixa'm-ho passar, que no m'agrada gens això, no m'agrada fer-ho. Oh, quin horror! Vinga, centra't perquè... Si ens costa molt centrar-se. Ara. No es centra? Ho veus? No es centra? Què amb aquest? Perquè aquest és el que m'ha mirat abans. Vale, ja ho entenc, o sigui, quan... Fàstic.
Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid died there in that cemetery not 6 months ago.
Hi ha més tiros. M'és igual, o sigui, passo. És horrible. En fi, espero que us hagi agradat. Ens veiem al proper episodi, si és que n'hi ha. Suposo que ja serà l'últim. I res, doncs ens veiem al proper episodi. Fins aviat. Final. És el final ja? Sí, senyor. Oh, el lobo gris ens va dir que no ens donéssim el xat fosc. I al final ja hem acabat anant i ens hem tret un lloc contra els fantasmes.
Cassidy and the Sundance Kid were killed by the Bolivian army. Everybody knows that.
That's the legend, but it ain't the truth.
So, you never found Bob? There is no Bob. This old sumbitch ain't even Silas Greaves.
Sir, is that true? Have you been pulling our legs this whole time?
Well, not the whole time.
Oh man, I think you've worn out your welcome here.
Maybe you're right, Jack. Maybe it's time to pay.
Oh.
You see, Ben, or should I say Bob, your past always catches up with you.
I was a different man back then, crazy. Drinking, I changed my ways.
Qué buena.
I swear to you, if I could turn back the clock,
But you can't, Bob.
Atención, ¿no? Se le pone Jen.
Why'd you toy with me like that? Telling those tales, knowing all along. Why not just lay your cards on the table?
Wanted to suss you out, Bob.
See what kind of man you turned out to be. Maybe prod you into drawing on me. See, all those years on your trail turned me into a killer. Can't even remember who I was before you tried to murder me. You, on the other hand, walked that very same path in exactly the opposite direction.
What do you mean by that?
You think your life is worth sparing, Bob? Boy, what's your name again?
It's Eisenhower, sir.
Hòstia.
Dwight Eisenhower.
President
What do you
dels
plan to
Estats
do with
Units,
your
no?
life, Dwight Eisenhower?
Tomorrow I'll be leaving for West Point, sir.
So, you want to be a soldier? Well, then do it right, son. Don't tear down the world out of anger and spite like I did. You build it up. You do something decent with your life. You hear me?
Sir? Yes, sir.
Dwight Eisenhower, president dels Estats Units.
I won't have it said I left you with nothing, Bob.
No. Estàs fet una merda, tio. Són viejales. Call of Juarez. El baleador. El tio cantant la cançó. En fi, això és Call of Juarez Gunslinger. Espero que us hagi agradat. És un joc molt divertit, la veritat, de jugar. És bastant divertit. Jo crec que vaig jugar, no sé si vaig jugar difícil, i veiem que no és molt difícil, o sigui, realment no és res del món. La dificultat és més aviat, és un passacalla, és un d'anar disparant, matant, passant nivells, no? Tot i així la història és bastant divertida, realment el tio se'n foten bastant d'ell, se'n foten molt de l'estil de western, aquests cowboys invencibles que maten a tots els bandidos del món. I no, jo el recomanaria bastant, va estar bastant barat fa poc i la veritat és que si algun dia el veieu i us fa il·lusió jugar-hi o podeu baixar piratilla, jo tampoc no jutjo ningú. Definitivament us el recomano, així que no res, això ha estat Call of Juarez Gunslinger per Borrell IV. I espero que us hagi agradat, espero que hàgiu disfrutat una mica amb aquest gameplay i res, ens veiem a la següent sèrie. Fins aviat!